Does somebody want a hug? Get out of here. I'm doing this video solo. Oh, hey, what are you waiting for? Me to remind you what the score was? You know what the score was. Either you are entertained by my agony on a regular basis when the Preds play games like this, or you're a Preds fan who's trying to make sense of how possibly this could happen, and you're here to watch me vent on your behalf. The Preds blew a 3-goal third period lead on the road against Chicago in the United Center in the middle of a crucial playoff race. How do you do that? You had your foot on their throats. There was barely 10 minutes left to go in regulation, and you decided to take your foot off the gas at a crucial time and allow Chicago to score 3 goals in 3 minutes on you. I don't want to hear any excuses from the roster or anybody in the front office over getting the loser point. You are in a crucial playoff race with Chicago right behind you and Dallas not looking to cool off anytime soon. And hey, if it wasn't for Mikael Granlund's buzzer beater goal right before the second intermission and then the massive penalty kill when Victor Arvidsson decided to take a double minor for high sticking on Alex DeBrincat after the Blackhawks had tied it at 4, this team would have lost in regulation. Perhaps they deserved it over that effort. You know, Preds Nation, something triggered in my mind after this game, so I let my fingers do the walking online and I did a little searching. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, I may be in Canada, but I have been following this team since day one. Perhaps not as closely as diehard day one Preds fans who live in Nashville, but more than likely more than the average Preds fan now. I'm going to leave the box score of the game I'm about to tell you about in the show notes, but the date is Saturday, October 24th, 1998. It's lucky Game 7 of the Preds' inaugural season, and it's their first ever visit to the United Center. The first of what would be many nightmare visits to the United Center for this team. Eric Fischel was in net for the Preds in this game. Remember him, Preds Nation? He was number 2 on the depth chart in the inaugural season, sandwiched between Mike Dunham and Thomas Foucault. In this game, the Preds were up 3-0 in the first, up 4-2 with just over 5 minutes left to go in the third before allowing 3 goals in regulation to lose 5-4. Of course, there is a certain playoff game that was played on April 24th, 2010 in Chicago in the United Center, but I am not at all ready to dissect that game. The only good thing out of the 2010 game was, unlike the first visit to Chicago and this visit to Chicago, it wasn't a multi-goal lead that they blew. Anyone who follows me on any of the social media sites that I am on, you know what to do. Click on the channel name below to find them. Knows that I am a Portuguese Canadian who roots for the Titans and the Preds. Don't ask me why. It's a sordid history that has led me to this moment in time. I have chosen this life for myself, this beating that my heart takes for the teams that I love, and I just have to live with it. Long before tonight, I have made a top 10 list of the most heartbreaking moments, sports-wise, that I have experienced in my life. Before tonight, from 5 to 1, they were number 5, the Titans losing at home to the Ravens in January of 2001. Number 4 was Nashville losing Game 5 in Chicago in 2010. Hossa! Number 3 was Portugal losing at home to Greece in the 2004 Euro Cup final. Number 2 was Game 6, enough said. And number 1 was 1 yard short. It was on my 18th birthday. It's not moving out of number 1. If this team does not make the playoffs this season, this loss tonight is instantly number 5. I cannot repeat this enough. When you are in the middle of trying to clinch a playoff spot, you cannot lose a game like this like you did tonight. This team is reverting back to the first half 2021 Nashville Predators, aren't they? Aren't they? How am I supposed to have any confidence that this team can pull out a win when they play Chicago in Chicago again on Friday and then have Florida twice next week and then Dallas at the end of it? And we got nothing for the 1-year contracts at the trade deadline that are probably just going to walk in the offseason at free agency. Oh, I think I'm going to be sick. So that's it for this video. I think if I rant any longer, I think I'm going to give myself a heart attack. Click a like if you liked watching me in pain tonight. Click subscribe if you don't want to miss out on seeing me in any more pain the next 2 weeks, because that's what I totally foretell coming around that corner. Social media, I told you how to find me. Click on the channel name. And I don't think I'm ready for Friday night.